with illness, the second most experienced player, and she's been replaced by Laura Griss. We're underway here at DSV Stadium, and the first tap is one down by Kat O'Brien for Williamstown. Trying to work ahead of the ball is Emily Eves. Better hand pass over the top. Running in Gogos for Darebin, but she was tackled as soon as she got the ball by Plunkett. And the umpire says, my ball. Umpires today will give them a plug in a minute because it's a wonderful story there as well, as O'Brien won the tap, spun through traffic. Caught was Coda Goda as soon as she gathered the football. And that was for Caitlin Bunker, in fact, the co-captain, coming across from Collingwood where she led her team to the grand final last year. We're going to have a second ball up here. The umpires, Lisa Compton-Robbins, is the main umpire from the VFLW development list, and Adam Morrow and Portia Ronsberg making their debut. Southern Football Netball League umpires getting an opportunity at this level, which is fantastic to see. As Bunker got a kick into the half-back line. Millie Shon playing her 50th game. Couldn't get a possession of the football. Clearing kick away for the Falcons. Goes across to the wing. Williamstown with the numbers. 1-2 hand pass from Barker to Day and back to Barker, who brings it back inboard. It goes through the hands there of Emma McKay. Chance in the middle of the ground. Bunker slides in and lays a strong tackle on Williamson. The umpire says, my ball. So 2 50th gamers for Darebin today. Millie Shon, as I mentioned, playing with her third club, Melbourne University, and Port Melbourne, and now the Darebin Falcons. And, of course, we'll plug the other one in the moment, a favourite daughter of Darebin. As the Falcons come away, this is a kick forward by McKay. It'll bounce towards the 50. Chance here for Duparquet. Can she get clear? Can't quite. Zoe Day will win a free kick after being pushed in the back by Duparquet. And she'll take it for Williamstown. Victoria Blackwood, the key defender for Darebin, playing her 50th game, all with the Falcons. A wonderful effort, and congratulations to her. O'Brien couldn't take the mark. The ball spills towards the line. They managed to keep it in. In the end, Emily Eves tried to wrestle it over. And the umpire will have to come in and sort it all out. One other VFLW game underway so far today. The Western Bulldogs taking on Carlton. The great Ellie Blackburn playing her first game for 5 years for the Bulldogs. And they lead 4-6-30 to Carlton, 2 behinds. That is early doors in the third quarter of that one. This is a free kick for the Lasso rule, and it's going to McKay, who's had a pretty good start for Darebin. Pushes it to half forward. There was a hold there. The umpire didn't see it. O'Brien tried to kick off the ground. Picked up there by Stepnell. Fed it back to O'Brien. Kick towards the wing. Nicely taken by Julian. Fires it forward now. Darebin with a chance to win the football back. Unable to do so because of the tackle. Manages to hold things up. One VFL game about to start as well. Box Hill against the Sydney Swans. We'll keep a close eye on that one as well, as Kira Lear breaks away for Williamstown. Her kick to half forward, however, will be intercepted by Rudin. Played her 50th game a couple of weeks ago, Simone Rudin. Short pass was good, and it found McKay. What a start she's had so far. Wobbles the kick in towards the middle of the ground. Nicely trapped there by Basis. Up towards the wing it goes. Williamstown trying hard to get the footy out of the defensive arc. Williamstown under pressure here. DiMatteo lays a strong tackle. Another one of the Collingwood brethren coming across to the Falcons this year. O'Brien winning another tap. Sliding in to lay the tackle was Bunker. The umpire again says, my ball. Emma McKay and Nicole Julian up to 3 disposals each so far for Williamstown. Spinning through traffic, Duparquet did it very nicely. Put the kick inside 50, and that's a wonderful mark leading out by Mifsud. Alyssa Mifsud closing in on her 50th goal at this level. Goes with the pass, and it's a mark or a push to Steph Simpson, whichever way you want to call it. She is the most experienced player out there, playing her 87th game today. Steph Simpson, the co-captain of the Falcons, has been sole captain for the past few years before Caitlin Bunker arrived. She's kicked 59 goals in her 86 games for Darebin. The 37-year-old Steph Simpson doesn't get a lot of purchase on it. O'Brien kept it in briefly, but then it bounced through. So Darebin has the first score of the game. It's a behind on the board, and they lead Williamstown by that point. Beaton-Webster, former Gold Coast Sun, back home to Williamstown, brings the kick out towards the wing. Williamson couldn't take the mark. Tracking it back there is Blackwood, the milestone woman. She's unable to break it clear. I'd love to get her on the score sheet. Hasn't kicked a goal yet, Victoria Blackwood. Sam Basis' kick was partially smothered. Going in to pick it up was Rudsky, knocked off the football. And Stepnell ensures that it's going nowhere. We'll tie it up again. Jumping over the top was Shannon Egan. Charging out here was Ella Tyson, the debutante, but she got wrapped up as soon as she got the football. Wonderful tackle that was, actually, from Basis. Egan won it down. Basis fed the hand pass up, knocked in front of her by Tyrrell. Ball will flick out to Chris Gergel under the helmet. Sends it down towards half forward. Fist came, was good. Ball fell to Beaton-Webster, who goes for a run. Fires it up towards the middle of the ground. Oh, great work by Egan. Front spot, standing in front of the oncoming traffic of Whiting and taking a strong mark. Not the best of kicks, however. It was well intercepted. Tegan Brett, and they could be away here now. Smart drives it inside 50. Whiting's off to the races. She only needs the ball to sit. It does sit, and she dribbles it through for the opening goal. Well, it didn't take long. Darebin fought really hard for 7 minutes, but as soon as Williamstown got out the back, they were away, and Shani Whiting is a very hard runner, and she got back there first and kicked a nice goal. Williamstown a goal, Darebin are behind after 7.5 minutes. Around the grounds, Western Bulldogs 4-6-30, leading Carlton 3 behinds in the third quarter as Stepnell on the ball. Drives it back inside 50. And that might be a push against Rudin, is it? It is. So a free kick going to Robin Randall for Williamstown. Pops it into the pocket. Nicely done. And Julian takes the mark. And here's another one that they'd love to get on the board. Nicole Julian playing her 53rd VFL game, yet to kick a goal. Here's her chance. Decides to set it up to the top of the goal square, and no one was aware of that except for Simone Rudin, who takes a safe mark for the Falcons. Brings it back out to the bay side of the ground. Gets away from Julian on the bounce. The handball back in board from Laura Griss, the late inclusion, was not before the boundary line came knocking. As we head towards the midway point of the first quarter, Falcons have started well. Just need to put it on the scoreboard. Julian, or Stepnell it was, got it out to Eves, now to Julian. Goes onto the right boot, pops into the pocket and kicks it straight to Rudin again. So Simone Rudin with a couple of good intercept marks. Got herself into 2 minds and ended up giving the hand pass off to Blackwood. The 50th game is kick out to half-back Lear. Fires it back towards half-forward. Nicely marked there by Raymond, who plays on and brings it away for Darebin. Fires it up towards the wing. Going to ground under pressure there was DiMatteo. And she didn't have a prior opportunity, as the umpire, Adam Morrow, says my ball. O'Brien with the tap. Eves fumbled and then gave away the free kick. Clear push in the back. So it'll be taken by Wake. Grace Wake playing her 15th game, I should say. The Falcons try to work forward again. Strong tackle put on by Phoebe Chisholm ensures that that isn't happening. And O'Brien with the tap. Gogos couldn't get it clear. O'Brien does. Gogos wrapped her up and got her. Holding the ball. Well done, Ange Gogos. Star for the Falcons. Brings it towards half forward. Mark put down there by, well, change of number, but the kick goes out towards full forward. It'll be picked up by Beatonweg Webster. Goes on the 1-2 there with Eves. Now Julian. Hand pass back inboard to Mead. She's gone. And the umpire says my ball. Gives her the benefit of the doubt. O'Brien uncontested, takes it out of the ruck. And handball over the boundary line. It's Amy Kane, who has changed numbers, wearing number 47 instead of 42 for Darebin. She was involved there a moment ago as the boundary throw-in is one down by Laura Griss, and there's a solid contact, high tackle here. Free kick going to the Falcons, and it will be Kane on club debut. Standing the mark, Emily Eves is about 39 metres out from goal. So Amy Kane has kicked 3 goals in 14 games for Collingwood. Has the chance to get the first one for the Falcons. It's on its way. It's not going to make the distance. It's going to bounce away into the pocket. And out of play, a boundary throw in. Falcons with a chance to build. Can they get a kick away from this contest? Or will Williamstown boot it clear again? Nice tap down from Mifsud. Solid tackle from Kira Lear ensured that Gogos was going nowhere. The 2 number 1s. O'Brien will win most of the taps. And she went and got the football herself. Tumbled the kick outside 50. Tracking it Simpson. Might get it back, but no, it's stolen by Tyson going straight through the line. Blackwood is back there. Her handball partially smothered by Brett, but it came back to her. Kick was knocked down both ways off the boot of Griss. And it'll be fired forward there for Darebin. Towards the 50 it goes. They'll want it out of bounds here, the Falcons, and Mifsud is able to make sure that that is what happens. Megan Williamson just trips over with the little nudge there. Nothing in that. So 50 metres out from the Falcons' goal. 14 minutes almost gone in the opening quarter. Rebel VFLW action here at DSV Stadium on a Sunday afternoon. Free kick to Gogos. In fact, the first one was paid to Kodagoda. And it'll go inside 50 again for the Falcons. Long kick towards the top of the goal square. Knocked away from Simpson. Was Mifsud held? Simpson lays the tackle. Was that illegal? Play on again, the call. Breaking clear was Lear, who did well. Got it outside 50, but it's coming straight back in again. Grace Wake takes the mark. Kick smothered. Beautifully done by Strafford, the captain. Back again to Wake, who puts it into the 50 this time. Duparquet taps it back to Kodagoda, slips on the turn, goes inside 50, trapped by the knees of O'Brien, and then she's able to see it out of play. It'll be a throw in. A wonderful first quarter from the Falcons. Inside 50s, 8-3. They just need to put the score on the board. Mifsud and O'Brien. O'Brien won it down. Lear had it ripped away from her. Went back and got it again. A tackle with Rudsky. Another ball up. Mifsud puts it into space. Lear, was she pushed? Umpire said no. Breaking away there was Eves. Put the kick up towards the wing. Wait. And that is hit below the knee, said the boundary umpire. Much to her frustration. No one actually realised except the boundary umpire. The free kick goes to India Barker. So Barker goes short to Eves. Swans Academy product. Puts it into the centre half back region. The numbers are here. Julian caught. Wonderful tackle. Stopped them getting away. It was excellent work by Simpson. O'Brien, or is it Stepnell holds her ground in the ruck there. Taken away by Bunker. Long kick towards full forward. DiMatteo takes the mark. 25 metres out, straight in front. And has the chance to give Darebin reward for their early dominance. Monique DiMatteo, star forward for Collingwood in their run to the grand final last year. Played her 50th game last week. The Diamond Creek product. Played for Essendon before the Magpies. Kicked 43 goals in her 50 games so far, Monique DiMatteo. And unfortunately, she's done well enough. It looked like it was off the outside of the boot, but it's gone through. Monique DiMatteo kicks the goal for Darebin. They're on the board with their first. And they take the lead. 1-1-7 the Falcons, 1 straight 6 the Seagulls after 17 minutes. Already a significant improvement from round 1, where Darebin failed to kick a goal against Williamstown. They have been excellent in this first quarter, and that is just reward. 9 inside 50s to 3. Not only having 33 disposals to 43. Tap one down by Egan. Nice tackle. Hand pass came out there from basis. And Eves ensures that Gogos was going nowhere. Holding her ground, Stepnell, and took it out of the ruck, kicked inside 50. Whiting has it knocked away from her. Basis gave the hand pass back to Blackwood, dragged off the football. Whiting and Basis over top of it. Umpire says holding the ball. Sam Basis has been pinged. And I think even Shani Whiting's too far out to score here. Player on the mark is about 46 metres from goal. So she'll need to give it a fair old roost. Seems to be confident in her ability to kick that far. She is a big kick of the football. She's hit it really nicely with the breeze. It's just off target and fell short, and Egan is able to thump it away and out of play. As we head towards the final minute of the opening quarter. O'Brien up against Egan. O'Brien won it down. Clearing kick came for the Falcons to Bunker, out towards halfback. Picked up and tackled immediately was Kane. Another ball up on the edge of the cricket wicket. One-way traffic in the other VFLW game, which will give you the score in a moment. As Mifsud keeps it in front of her as she gathered the footy and was tackled straight away. Nicely done by the debutante in Tyson. So right in the centre circle. Time for a quick break to either team. Gogos puts it up towards half forward. It's going to be intercepted by Julian. She'll be quite happy to hold the time up here. And Darebin are going to take a lead at quarter time. Fantastic start for the Falcons. They put on the pressure. They got the rewards. And at quarter time, it is Darebin 1-1-7 leading Williamstown 1 straight 6. Lines at 3/4 time. And in the VFL, it is 21 minutes gone in the first quarter. The Sydney Swans 4-1-25 leading Box Hill Hawks 2-1-13 as we get underway in the second quarter. And it's taken away there by Bunker. Fires a kick towards half forward. Wrapped up is Julian. Not able to come out of there. Can they keep going, the Falcons? O'Brien with the tap. Eves picked it off beautifully. Fires it down towards the wing. Tegan Brett, left, right, left. Gave it off to Strafford, who went with pace. Put it on the outside of the boot. Into the path there of Smart. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. Well done by Storer. Dangerous kick, however. Barker hooks around. Snaps the kick back on goal. And just misses to the near side. India Barker. Her first score of the season. Levels it up at 1-1-7 apiece. And we'll see it being brought back into play by Grace Wake. Gets it to the half-back line. Nicely done by Barker. Got a hand pass back inboard. Caught over top of the football there. And winning a free kick is Sam Basis for a push in the back. Looks for Egan. Kicked it a little bit too far for her. Chance for Rudsky. Missed with the kick off the ground. Brought back by Williamson inside 50. Mark was put down by Rudin, who then dived on the football and got wrapped up. No prior opportunity there as Megan Smart lays the tackle. Chance now for Rudin to win it down. Whiting looking for the free kick, had an airy, and that will hit the back heel of Michaela Plunkett and go out of play. We'll have a throw in right next to the behind post with Williamstown in attack. Not much of a breeze. What there is probably blowing slightly in this direction. Reverse to what it was on Thursday on Anzac Day when Williamstown put Werribee to the sword with a 9-goal second quarter, kicking down to the barracks end. As Eves has had a good first quarter, and she just uses strength to barge through, but put a little bit too much hook on the kick and put it through for a behind. Williamstown back in front. 8 plays 7. Early doors in the second quarter. Riley Chris Gergel, recruit and vice captain. Bring the ball back into play. Sends it out to halfback. O'Brien crunches the pack, brought the footy to ground. Plunkett looked for the push in the back and ended up getting a free kick for a hold. So Michaela Plunkett, where the 50 intersects the boundary line, runs off the line and pops it up to the dangerous position. Numbers with the Falcons. Basis brought to ground. Stacks on the mill. And holding the ball is the decision against Megan Smart. And Wake is going to take the free kick. Set back out of halfback. Reaching out with the foot to try and trap it was Williamson. Stepnell can't keep it in. Duparquet ensuring that Stepnell wasn't able to step her. They throw in at half forward for Williamstown. Egan got to the front and won the tap down, but charging through, Williamson does the roving, sends it towards full forward, over the head of Whiting. Chris Gergel tracks it back, hooks it dangerously back into play. It'll end up working. Sean, one of the 50 gamers, gave it off to Bunker. Outside 50 it goes. Eves couldn't trap it, tripped over. Play on is the call. Bit of a fumble, and holding onto the ball strongly there is the Williamstown player at the base of that pack in Nicole Julian, the former Bomber. O'Brien flicks it out the back of her hand, taken by Wake, Dangerous, good handball. Williamson hooks it. They're peppering away Williamstown at the moment. 3 behinds now for this quarter. It's only 4.5 minutes old. Chris Gergel will have to bring it back in again. She'll run away from full back. Put it outside 50, but also outside the boundary line. Oh, Duparquet almost put it on the grass. That would have been a certain goal if she'd done that. Managed to catch herself just in time. Stepnell with the free kick. Drives it back in towards the teeth of goal. Should be picked off here. Rudin couldn't take the mark. Randall's kick goes up in the air. Bounce favours Strafford. Steps one. The cavalry arrived. Wonderfully done by Sam Basis, who's had a really good start to this game. Got a foot in there and saw it out of play. Can they find a way out? The Falcons. Williamstown have had it locked in for this entire quarter. Desperate to put a goal on the board. Williamson caught, dragged to ground. Not coming out of there. Under the pressure of Blackwood. Egan over the top. Blackwood can't pick it up. Basis can't either. Lear maybe gets a free for a push. Umpire says no. Top of the 50 now for the Seagulls. O'Brien goes to ground and was ruled to have been shepherded out of the contest. So Cat O'Brien gives the hand pass off. It was Mead who put it inside 50, trapping it behind the back there was Randall. Hand pass out, she'll have to go back and get it again. Double teamed straight away by Gogos and Basis. Another throw up. Here is O'Brien tracking the football. Wake managed to get her out of the contest, went back and got it, and then was shoved in the back. Just losing control of the feet was Eliza Strafford and falling into the back. Hand pass off to Gogos, not the best of kicks. Mark dropped by Randall. Gave an opportunity to the Falcons. The clearing kick is going to fly out of bounds on the full though from Cowley Duparquet. And Stepnell will get the free kick. Carlton have found a couple of goals in the last quarter of their game against the Bulldogs. They're 2-5-17 to 5-7-37. As Stepnell runs a full measure. Kicks into the pocket and finds the target. And Tegan Brett has a bit to say to Simone Rudin as well. We'll go back and have a shot from 35 metres out. 6 or 7 in from the boundary. 3 goals, 3 for the season for Tegan Brett so far. Kicks nice off the boot. And it goes right to the line, but just over past the post. And a behind on the board to Tegan Brett. As the Seagulls continue to attack. The mark was dropped by Olivia Storer. There was a call for out of bounds on the full, which the umpire wasn't having anything to do with on that occasion. Tapped to ground by Stepnell, had another go at it. Lear floated a kick towards full forward. Diving effort, slips catch. Taken by Molly Simpson. And she'll kick from 15 metres. And should be able to put the second goal on the board for Williamstown. Molly Simpson Kicks it very nicely indeed, and they get the reward for their own dominance in the first half of this quarter. Molly Simpson with her first goal of the day, her 7th for the season, and the Seagulls go out by 9 points. We said Carlton had found a couple of goals. They've found a third, and the comeback is well and truly on there. 9 minutes into the last quarter at Mission Whitten Oval. Carlton 3-5-23, trailing Western Bulldogs 5-7-37. In the VFL, it's 31 minutes gone. It is Sydney 5-2-32, leading the Box Hill Hawks 2-3-15. I'll give you an update on how the two returning stars are going in that game shortly, as we see a slip from Emily Raymond that allows Williamstown to go forward again, and Whiting on the lead, marks in front of Blackwood. And starting to see the Seagulls work their way on top here. They've had to work extremely hard for it. Shani Whiting kicked a goal in the first quarter. Booted 8 or 9 for the season now. To take herself into double figures from 47 metres out. She's hit it beautifully. She has hit it beautifully. Big kick from Shani Whiting. Gets her second, and that's a couple in a row for the for the Seagulls rather. Excellent kick from 47 metres out from Shani Whiting with the breeze. She is a big kick of the footy. Showed it right there. As we get underway again, an uncontested ruck tap by Laura Griss, but the ruck in Stepnell tries to get away, had to hand pass it into the path of Lear, stolen by Griss, manages to tumble a kick through traffic. They all overran it. Going back to pick it up is Chisholm, so the two late inclusions getting involved. Strong tackle put on Gogos as she tried to barge through. As we continue on, Griss with the tap. And again, a strong tackle laid. That ensured that Bunker wasn't going to be able to get through on goal. Stepnell took it out of the ruck, then had to give it away. Tumble kick, and well, I don't think that was 15, but they sold it nicely, the Falcons. The mark taken by Mifsud from the Raymond kick, and Alyssa Mifsud with a chance from 35 metres out directly in front to get one back for Darebin. Comes in now, kicks nice off the boot. Has it got the carry? Not quite, not quite. The goal umpire in two minds whether to signal touched or wrong side of the post, but in the end, wrong side of the post was the call. And it's a behind to Alyssa Mifsud. Hasn't kicked a goal yet this year. And she tries to get through to 50, sitting on 48. As Beaton-Weg-Webster brings it all the way back into the wing. Kick around the corner from Stepnell. This should be intercepted and is by Laura Griss. And almost missed the boot with the kick and turned it over to Whiting, who gives the hand pass off. Eves shrugs one tackle, kicks towards half forward. Strafford keeps it to her own advantage. Tracking it towards the boundary line. Can she keep it in? Hand passed away, grabbed after she got rid of the ball. Umpire said play on. Dumping tackle on Megan Smart is not rewarded. There was probably a couple missed there to Williamstown. We'll have a toss up. O'Brien knocks it towards the line, and it finds its way over before Lear can manage to get it clear. Steadier for the Western Bulldogs down the road. They're 6-7-43 to Carlton 3-6-24. So that should be enough for them to hold on and get the victory. Free kick off the side of the ball. Gogos has been pinged for holding, and Kira Lear will have a shot at goal. And there's a bit going on just off the side of this contest. She is extremely fired up, Ange Gogos. And the rule is no one on the mark now. And the kick on its way is missing to the near side, and they're going to go and let her know about it too. There's a little bit of feeling here. Strafford having words with Ange Gogos. Behind to Kira Lear, the second gamer. Keep a close eye on that as the Falcons want to bring it back in. Blackwood to the other side. This will be intercepted. The mark not quite held on to by Julian. Trying to go through there is Smart. Barker was coming the other way. Quite sure what happened in the first instance, but tempers were definitely fraying there as Eves just barges through, has a shot at goal, and kicks an absolute beauty. Emily Eves just takes it on her back and does it herself. Fantastic goal for the Seagulls. They're out by 21 points. Quarter time in the VFL. Sydney 5-2-32 leading Box Hill 2-3-15. For those playing at home, Wingard with five disposals and a goal. Luke Parker has had just the 3 touches in the first quarter for the Swans. As we see another ball up here, just working forward for the Seagulls. A lovely punch down from Egan. Got it to Duparquet, who sends the kick long towards half forward. Nicely picked up by Rudsky. Can she get away? Got a hand pass just as she was brought down in the tackle. Clearing kick as she was thrown away was Chisholm. Getting a ball forward for Bunker. Only goes as far as Zoe Day. She'll run away from half back for Williamstown. Day's kick will bounce in front of Egan, who went to pick it up and was wrapped up in the tackle straight away by Smart. Ball up on the Morris Street wing. Egan knocks it away. Trying to come through was Barker. Raymond put the pressure on. Strong tackle on Barker by both Raymond and Bunker. Another ball up to result. Tap down by Egan. Barker into the middle of the ground. Tracking it is Strafford. Overran the football. Nicely done, Kotagoda. Got it back around onto the right boot. Floated kick towards half forward. Only goes as far as Chisholm. She wants to play on, so she does. Goes towards half forward. The ball will land in the middle of plenty of players. Charging off half back is Basis. Kicks to open space. Foot race going on here. One-on-one contest. And straight off the bench, Williamson provides the extra numbers, wins the football. Outside of the handball there by Beaton Webster. Now towards half forward goes the kick by Tyson. Randall lays a strong tackle on Storer. And we'll have a ball up right in front of our broadcast position. Ticking towards half-time. Williamstown stamping their authority on the game in the second quarter. Working it towards the boundary and happy to take it over in the end was... look like Paige. Is that Paige Carney wearing number 28? She wasn't in the selected side. Check a number change there. It is Paige Carney who is playing, so that's another late change that we hadn't spotted for the Falcons. Strafford wrapped up. Umpire says my ball. Try and work out who that other absent player is soon enough. It's Jess Fitzpatrick who's not playing. As the siren sounds for half-time, Jess Fitzpatrick not playing her second game. It is Paige Carney who came into the team, and it is half-time, and Williamstown stepped it up a notch in that quarter, and they will take a 21. As we get underway again. Tap to ground, and solid contest ensures that no one is able to break out of there. It was Megan Williamson and Ange Gogos. O'Brien and Egan. Egan won it down as far as bunker. Solid tackle put on there by Edwards for Williamstown. The tap for O'Brien, taken away by Williamson. Hooks the kick around the wing to Strafford. She'll go straight through the centre circle. Drives it towards a dangerous position. Blackwood gets a hand back in there. Did nicely, got a kick away just in time as she was brought to ground in the tackle. Tracking it was Strafford. Nice hand pass up from Gogos. That released Rudin, who brought the kick up towards the wing. And a big tackle put on there for Williamstown by Stepnell. That ensured DiMatteo was going nowhere. So ball up and taken away by Eves. Fires the kick towards half forward. Nicely done. This is with Simpson. Did kick a goal in the second quarter. The kick not the best. The boundary line is going to win that contest, just as Tegan Brett was going to break away. Final score out at Mission Whitten Oval. It was the Western Bulldogs 6-7-43 over Carlton 3-7-25. As the Falcons take the lasso free kick. O'Brien dropped the mark. Handball McKay received from Raymond, but couldn't gather it cleanly. Stepnell worries her opponent out of the contest, but then can't control the footy, and it's out of play. Ellie Blackburn, 21 disposals and a goal for the Bulldogs. Darcy Vescio, 21 disposals and 2 goals for Carlton. The two stars going head-to-head in that game, with the Bulldogs coming out winners. O'Brien and Egan. O'Brien's tap just missed Eves as she was sweeping through. O'Brien went back and got it again, gave it to Williamson. Lovely kick through the middle of the ground. Strafford, or is it Barker it is, who can take off. Kick short, finds Brett in front of Chris Gurgle, gives it off to Strafford. Has a bounce, runs to the 50, runs a full measure the second time, kicks towards full forward. Rudin's back there, and she's happy to run it through under pressure for a rush behind to Williamstown. Margin out to 22 points. Grace Wake to bring the ball back into play. Lovely kick and a strong mark taken by Egan. Shannon Egan puts it out towards half-back. It's going to come back in through the agency of Mead. Not too far. O'Brien over top of the football, really putting in the hard work today is Kat O'Brien. Second gamer at 41 years of age. What a super effort that is. And pass up for the Falcons. Now that'll go out of bounds on the full off the boot of McKay from the Raymond handball. So the free kick to go to Cam Tyrrell. We'll run across the line and thump it into the pocket. Good mark taken in the front spot by Shannon Egan. And a Falcons player has hit the ground hard there, tracking the ball. That looks like Gogos. Taking some time to get to her feet. All good now, it appears. So Shannon Egan will take the free. Goes back to Rudin in the goal square. Pops the switch on to Chris Gergel. Around the wing again. Ball knocked away from Storer. That gave Williamstown a chance to get it back. Beatenweg Webster. So saw it out of play. Had a bit to say to one of the 50 gamers there in Millie Shon. Egan has got better as the game's gone on. Gogos can't barge through. Tries to rip the ball out of the grasp of Williamson. Ends up being a stalemate. So we'll see it. Another tap to Egan. Dispossessed Bunker as soon as she got the football. Lear ducked around one but then got caught, so the kick was affected. Picked up for the Falcons by Rudsky. Free kick on play. And it's going to come back and it's going to go in favour of Williamstown. It'll be Kira Lear to take it. The second gamer from Keilor and the Western Jets. 19 years of age, runs away from the wing, kicks to half forward, just at the bootlaces there it was of Randall. And pass came back into traffic. Coda Goda it was, received from Bunker, put it up towards the wing. It is coming straight back in through Beatenweg Webster, but for not for long because Mifsud camps behind the ball. Had the mark spoiled at the last second, but was able to recover. Went up towards the wing. Duparquet had it knocked away from her. Rudsky was caught and, well, was dispossessed and pinged holding the ball. It was a very late decision. In fact, the players pretty much gave it all away there. And Williamstown can clear through Simpson. Puts the kick out to the Bay wing. Stepnell, Brett, loops the hand pass over the top to Plunkett. Kicks inside 50, Plunkett, Whiting, gave a shove. And the free kick will go to Wake in the back pocket. Grace Wake goes short. Mark was dropped by Raymond. Back to Wake. Brings it up to half-back. Nice take this time by Mifsud in front of her opposite number in Julian. Pops the kick out towards the wing. It's a 1-on-2 contest. How will it sit? Not for any of them. Stepnell ends up with the football. DiMatteo put the pressure on. Breaking one tackle was Edwards, and hooking the kick back towards the wing. The numbers here with the Falcons. Mifsud tried to flip the hand pass over, didn't get it to Coda Goda. Gogos put it back to Mifsud. Through the middle of the ground it goes now. Rudsky thumps it forward. Needs a teammate to run onto the ball. The only one is Erin Mead, who will put it out towards half-back. And it was Tyson. Handball back into traffic. And it's going to be a ball up. No, it's not. It's going to be a high tackle. And it's going in favour of Williamstown. Falcons player couldn't believe it, Laura Griss. The clearing kick is not the best from Barker. It gives the Falcons a chance, but up to the task was Chisholm to Williamson, out to the wing for Smart. Has a bounce and steps back inside. Drives the kick poorly to half forward and kicked it straight to Grace Wake, uncontested. Darebin defence has stood up pretty well for most of this. Emma McKay to the wing. Over the head it goes, wanting to run onto it, and doing so successfully was Griss. Towards half forward it goes. Was that high? Umpire says it was. Free kick to DiMatteo. Swings around, goes towards full forward. Gogos almost with one hand, not quite. Then had to go again and stopped Barker from breaking clear. Chance for the Falcons. Mifsud will take it out of the ruck, have a shot at goal, and hook it too far. through for one behind. That's her 5th of the season without a major, Alyssa Mifsud. We said, been stuck on 48 goals. It's Beatonweg Webster. Will wander away from full back and she'll take the player on, and well, she ran the 30 metres without bouncing the footy. The umpire let her go. That happens regularly. DiMatteo flipped it up illegally, and it's going to be a Seagulls ball. Ella Tyson goes across the face of goal, dangerous. Duparquet brought the footy to ground, numbers with Williamstown. Ball was tapped out to the agency of Day, who steps back around. They're going to get out of trouble. How long for, I'm not sure. Brought down in the tackle there was Egan. It is Bunker. Tapped down by Griss. And caught high is Mia Rudsky. She'll bring it back inside 50 for the Falcons. Simpson a chance at the back. Almost the mark, Duparquet at the front. And Simpson lays the tackle that ensures that Stepnell is not, that Julian is not coming away from there. Tapped down by Stepnell. Hooked around the corner from bases. Did that get through traffic? Here's a chance if it gets there. How will the umpire judge this? It's a goal. DiMatteo got the kick. It was judged to be right on the goal line rather than over it. And Monique DiMatteo kicks her second goal of the game, the Falcons' second goal of the game, and brings it back to 2 goals, 3 the difference. 15 points. Important goal that for Darebin. The whole of the ball has to have crossed the whole of the line. The goal umpire judging that that had not happened before it completely left the boot of Monique DiMatteo. Calls from the coach's box there. For, I assume it's Piper Louie who's doing the running. As we have another ball up in the middle of the ground. Williamson has been lively through the middle. Thumps it down towards half forward. Gets over the head of Rudin. She'll end up tracking it back. Got rid of Simpson. Picked up by Raymond, who's wrapped up straight away. Ball up at centre half forward for the Seagulls. Battling clear, Chris Gergel. Nice trap by Mifsud. Thumped it out towards the wing. Getting across here is Day, under pressure from Egan. Day ended up deciding to make the shepherd for Tyson. Back to Julian, who hooked it around the corner. Nicely done to Barker. Goes on the left boot. Puts it up towards Tyrrell at half forward and finds her. Plays on quickly to the right boot. Spearing kick inside to half forward. Lovely mark taken there. The umpire's not going to pay it. He's going to say that both players, Megan Smart and Grace Wake, had hands on the footy. Griss with the tap. Lear shrugs the tackle. It's the kick through traffic. Raymond popped it back to Kodagoda. High kick should be intercepted and is by Julian. Plays on towards half forward. Strong hands by Strafford. Runs around onto the right boot. Puts it into the path of Randall. And speaking of strong hands, there they are. Robin Randall takes the mark. Playing a 5th game. 1 for North Melbourne last year. A 4th for Williamstown this season. Robin Randall plays a local footy for Fitzroy. 27 years of age, looking for her first goal at this level. Kick is pretty good off the boot. Has it got the legs? It doesn't. Off hands? No, the mark is held by Victoria Blackwood, the 50-gamer. Of course, her four-legged friend is the team mascot. Even has a player profile on the Darebin website. The kick was good. It found Raymond, who runs a full measure, brings it up towards halfback, and the mark is taken by Basis. I've been impressed by Sam Basis. This kick just gets over the target. Kick around the corner. Went down from Simpson, running into goal. DiMatteo shoved as she kicked it. Umpire said that was okay. DiMatteo asked the question. Umpire says it's a behind. And now DiMatteo is going to have to go off with some blood and is not happy about it at all. So we have a little bit of a delay. The clock should stop on the blood rule, but it's still ticking. But we'll continue on. Beatonweek Webster brings it away from fullback. Looking for O'Brien. Couldn't take the mark. Hand pass back into traffic from Mead. O'Brien. She wasn't breaking all those tackles. And it's out of play. So throw in. We might be down to two umpires, are we? As the ball comes back into play. Third one's here up against the boundary line. So one down by Egan. Has a second go at it. Bunker. Flipped it out to Gogos. Flipped it over her head. Never understood how those ones aren't throws. Kick from Mifsud inside 50. I'm not sure if that was touched. It's not going to matter. They're going to get back and rush it through the agency of Erin Mead for a behind to the Falcons. Margin comes back now to 13 points. Half-time over at Box Hill City Oval at VFLW Stadium. Sydney 7-5-47, leading the Box Hill Hawks 5-3-33. Earlier today, the Western Bulldogs beat Darebin. Beat Carlton, rather, in the VFLW. Strafford's handball into the path of Tyrrell. Going in the other direction was Kotagoda. Nice pick up Blackwood. Fed it back there to Carney, whose kick finds a target. That's Duparquet. Lovely kick inside 50, straight through the hands of Steph Simpson. That is unusual. Ball flicked out towards the boundary, and it's wrapped up in a contest. It'll be thrown in the air just off directly in front. Darebin about 25 metres out from goal. Egan and O'Brien. O'Brien with the tap. Simpson hooks it around the corner and bounces just wrong side of the post. One behind for her. Two straight kicks the difference. A couple of loose players on the Morris Street side, but Beatonweek Webster's decided to go for a run towards the Bay side. Had a bounce and then kicked it out to Whiting. Tumbled a punt up towards centre wing. Ball knocked down by Barker. Finds its way out of play in between interchange gates. So, boundary throw in right on the centre wing. O'Brien with another tap. Gogos caught as soon as she gathered the football. Luke Parker up to 15 disposals to half-time and 4 tackles for the Swans in that game over at VFLW Stadium as O'Brien sends the kick towards half-forward. Little kick away came from Storer. Nice pick up Lear. Can she shrug the tackle? Does so. Stepnell Solid bump on her. Gogos at the base of the pack wins the free kick. Stepnell a bit cranky. Mifsud sat her down. Short pass from Gogos finds Bunker. Wants to move it quickly. Goes towards centre half forward. Knocked to ground by beating Webster. Duparquet caught as soon as she gathered the footy. Umpire says my ball. Chad Wingard still with just that one goal to half time as the Falcons come clear. That's a wonderful chase and tackle and rewarded by Eves. Advantage was taken. Lear kick up to the wing. Randall marks strongly. They don't have time though. I don't think the Falcons or the Seagulls. Clock still ticks away because of that blood rule. So we continue on. That was a throw. The umpire saw it. And now the siren sounds for three-quarter time here at DSV Stadium. And, well, we've got a game. But Darebin are close enough if they're good enough. Gogos will make the first clearance. Goes towards half-forward. Ball knocked to ground there. That was by Beaton Webster, who couldn't get it clear. Chance now for... it was Chisholm who couldn't get a big kick away. Now the umpire will call for a ball up. Some technical issues with our pictures at the moment, but we'll get them to you as soon as we can, as Gogos won the tap down. Couldn't get clear. Mifsud bumped off the football. Trying to work her way through there, but being pushed in the back, I would have thought was Raymond. The umpire says, my ball. There are our pictures back, so we apologise for that slight delay. As we see a secondary ball up having to be called for here. Still in the centre square. First goal, vital to the outcome of this one. And the field umpire is going to recall that throw up, which rolled off the outside of her hand and didn't give Egan a chance to contest. She still came from a long way away, and it was one again, but it only went to Sean. Jumper grab from Amy Kane wasn't seen. Kick inside 50, and that's a really good mark back with the flight of the ball by beating Webster. It's been terrific back there. Steps Simpson. High ball up towards the centre of the ground. Knocked down by Blackwood. She'll end up receiving it back again from Storer. High kick goes down towards half forward. O'Brien knocks the footy to ground. Basis at the base of the pack. Ripped away by Gogos. Kick across the half forward line. Solid contact. Julian attacking the football. Just a little bit unlucky to catch McKay high. Nothing malicious in that at all. As we see Emma McKay take the free kick, tumbles it inside 50. DiMatteo couldn't gather, and as soon as she did, she was wrapped up. So a ball up within scoring range for Darebin. Tapped down by Egan. Gogos couldn't get a handle on it. Ripped out by Basis. Egan went and got it. Tumbled a kick towards the top of the goal square. Nice take by Duparquet, but had no space. Brought to ground and held up. Argent still 12 points. It's picked up by Barker, and she will break from the contest. Sends the clearing kick outside 50. Whiting sees it over the back. Good hand pass received from Simpson. Not the best of kicks. Wake overran the football. Hand pass out from Brett. Still going is Shani Whiting. Worried out the side of the contest. She is still there. Handball came from Storer. Centering ball was dangerous from Basis. Good tackle put on by Strafford. The umpire calls for the ball up just as Eliza Strafford ripped it out of the hands of Emma McKay. Shepherding both ways here. Which way is this going to go? It's going to be a shepherd is the call rather than the hold. So Kat O'Brien gets the free kick and sees a target. The mark was dropped by Julian, who's able to run on, have a shot at goal. Off hands from Tegan Brett, and Wake runs it over the line. Could have been a second shot at goal for Nicole Julian. Has kicked one behind so far this year as she tries to break that career-long duck. Egan gets to the front spot. O'Brien worked her under the football. Egan and O'Brien. Wake laid the tackle on Tegan Brett. Rucks to go at it again. O'Brien, Lear, barged through, broke a couple of tackles. Wake got a hand in there. Then another one knocked it down. Randall knocked away from her. Basis caught. No prior opportunity. A ball up at the top of the goal square for Williamstown. Knocked down by O'Brien, who went back and got it again herself. Unable to get away. So we'll have Egan thumping it out into the path of Wake. Gave the hand pass off. It was nicely done. It's in the hands of McKay from Raymond. Not the best of kicks for McKay. Put back in by Stepnell. Good spoil. O'Brien does the roving at the back. Has time to steady, line it up and pump the double fister. Kat O'Brien kicks her first goal in VFLW football and makes it very tough for the Falcons from here. She has been outstanding, Kat O'Brien, today. (11 disposals, 24 hit-outs, and now a goal. And the margin out to 18 points now for the Seagulls as they look for second spot on the ladder. Egan with the tap against Stepnell in the ruck. Gogos tumbled a kick to half forward. Tyson arrived in front of Mifsud. Clearing kick came there from Beatonwig Webster. Out to the wing it goes. Raymond knocked off the football but went back and laid the tackle on Edwards. And the umpire comes from the other side of the ground to award a dangerous tackle to Maddie Edwards, who will play on. Pop the kick inside 50, and Blackwood takes a good mark for Darebin. Goes backwards and finds Rudin. Pop it out towards centre half back. Unable to take the mark was Edwards. Ball spills free. Nicely done by Raymond. Got it back to Wake, who just bombed it on the boot. It's going to go out of play. And the lasso call means it will be a free kick to Williamstown. Ella Tyson on debut. Wobbles the kick towards half forward. Brett manages to go with the spiral into the pocket. And she was being tackled. It's out of play right in front of our broadcast position. Umpires today, Lisa Compton-Robbins, Adam Morrow and Portia Ronsberg. Boundaries, Daniel Molino and Ryan Pulley. Liam Green and Sean Meredith waving the flags. Tapped down by Wake, by Griss in fact. Edwards, kick was smothered. Raymond, wrapped up, ripped away by Eves. Two Seagulls end up fighting each other for the ball there. Tyrrell and Brett. It'll be tossed in the air. Taken out of the ruck there by Stepnell. Couldn't break the tackle of Griss. As it's one down to, that was Brett, and her tumbling kick will bounce away from all the attackers and through for a behind. Margin out to 19 points now. Riley Chris Gergel will come to the bay side of the ground once again. Good long kick, might get out the back. Duparquet couldn't quite take the mark. Hand pass over the top from Brett to Williamson. Goes across to open space, gives Strafford a chance to run onto it. Stepped around Chris Gergel, steadied and drilled it. Terrific footy from the Seagulls. Eliza Strafford kicks the goal. And they're well and truly home now, Williamstown, but they've had to earn it today. (6:7:43) plays 2:6:18. So the Seagulls will go to second spot on the ladder, behind the Box Hill Hawks, who are undefeated at the moment. They play the Sydney Swans in a mouth-watering contest later on this afternoon. Two undefeated teams. The Swans, of course, one of the guest teams, have taken all before them in their first three games. Forward to seeing how that one goes. Gogos's kick can't clear the zone, but then she was held, so she'll get the free kick, Ange Gogos. Hasn't really been able to get her hands on the ball a lot today, but she steps around here, drives it inside the half forward region. Duparquet wins a free kick. Just inside the centre square. Pops it up inside 50. The mark was put down there by Erin Mead. Slipping through is Amy Kane, who wobbles a kick out wide. The ball was punched away by Beaton Webb-Webster. It's going to work nicely. Julian puts it up towards the wing. Fumble on the first attempt by Paige Carney, and that allows the Seagulls a chance to break clear. Going for a gallop here is Cam Tyrrell. Ran a full measure. Wobbled the kick inside 50. Whiting is dangerous in this situation. Shrugs one. Pops the kick out wide. Tyrrell ran on and got it back. Goes back quickly. She's being told to have a shot. He's hoping to find options, but the shot is on. For Cameron Tyrrell, who's kicked just one goal in 19 previous games. And Whiting, just with strength, worked Chris Gergel out of the way and took the mark in the pocket. She's developed into a wonderful player, Shani Whiting, since coming back from South Australia. Played her 50th game back in round one and hooks it around expertly for her third goal of the day. Just the 3 marks and 7 disposals for Shani Whiting, but 3 goals now. The game breaker stepping up when required. The margin out to 31 points. With 7 minutes to play. The Falcons now need to fight to avoid this blowing out. They don't deserve it to happen that way. Raymond to bunker, to half forward, intercepted by Mead. Plays on and pops it out towards the wing. Lear overran the ball. Julian did the same. It came back to Lear. Wrapped up by Basis. Gathered by Bunker. Hand pass into traffic. Rudsky worked over the football. Lear almost bumped high. Play on's a call. Got her kick up towards the forward side of the wing. A fumble there from Storer. They're able to still get away, the Falcons. Carney was in the 1-2 with Bunker. And that will be an umpire's ball, will it? Certainly will. On the true centre wing Morris side of the ground, maybe slightly forward to the Falcons. In fact, he's decided to pay a free kick or a mark to Williamstown. It'll go to Erin Mead. Gives the hand pass to Beatingweg Webster running past, and she dropped the footy. Turnover time. Griss fires it back towards half forward. Stepping around Rudsky. Hooked it around the corner on the left. Ball bounces away into the pocket. Foot race here. Tracking it back first is Kane. Tackled as she got a kick away. How will this bounce? Oh, it took a leg break when it needed an offie. Away it goes, but it's marked by Griss, the clearing kick, and Darebin will have a chance to have a shot at goal here. Well, Amy Kane's kick from the point post bounced about a metre inside the line, right in the middle of the goals, and went the wrong way. But it'll still potentially work out here as Laura Griss, the late inclusion in her second game, came through the Darebin program. In the Northern League, hasn't kicked a goal yet at this level. Nice looking kick off the boot. It's floating back, but not enough. And through for a behind to the Falcons. Margin back to an even 5 goals once again. Into the last 5 minutes of this one. Sydney by 10 points against Box Hill in the Smithies VFL game underway. As Emily Raymond is wrapped up by Emily Eves. And we have a ball up on 50 for the Falcons. Egan taken away by Stepnell. Hooks it up towards the wing. Mark drop by Rudin. Thump forward by Simpson. This gives them a chance. Whiting's out the back. Needs it to sit. She can steady. Pop it towards the goal square. They're charging in at goal. Strafford will get there. Steady and kick the goal. She was able to stop on a dime, Eliza Strafford. But she's got her second of the last quarter. And the Seagulls go out by 6 goals now with 3.5 to play. Crucial drop mark in the middle of the ground there from Simone Rudin, and Williamstown, they just swarmed on it. There was no stopping them from there. 36 points the margin. Williamstown are going to get it done. As Gogos is wrapped up by Eves. A little push and shove. Gogos angry again with Laurie Stepnell. Egan jumps over the top. Stepnell picks it up, manages to ferret it out of there. The mark will be taken by Emma McKay. We'll put the kick out towards the wing, but only as far as Julian. Pops it in towards the pocket. Hit the heels of Plunkett. Simpson wants an option to come towards her. In the end, kicks into the pocket. Tegan Brett outside of the boot. Can't get it to bend back. Her third behind. And it'll be Chris Gergel to bring the ball back into play. A couple of minutes to go. Is there another goal in this contest? Either way. Chris Gergel's kick. Well, the mark will be dropped by Tyson. Then she was thrown to the ground without the football. We'll have a ball up just inside the half-forward line. Ball tapped towards the boundary line. Stepnell goes and picks it up. Under pressure from Gogos. Plunkett tapped it out to Eves. Kick was wonderfully smothered by Basis. Egan stolen by Plunkett. Kick towards the pocket. Blackwood can't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw in right next to the behind post. Minute to play here at DSV Stadium. And it's probably only the Seagulls that can score from here. Ball thumped down by Strafford. And a free kick to Gogos. He'll take it in the back pocket. Steps around again, Strafford. High kick out towards half-back. And there's a push out here. Free kick going to Williamstown. No advantage available here. Be taken by Beating Webster. She will drive it inside 50 again and find a target. And Tegan Brett will have the final say in this game. She'll kick after the siren from about 40 metres out directly in front. The question is whether she's got the distance in her. So it's a Williamstown win. The question is by how much? 37, 38 or 43. Brett's kick's on its way. It's going right to the line, but it's off target. She finishes with 4 behinds for the game. The Williamstown get it done. They win by 38 points. The Seagulls, 8 goals, 8, 56. The Falcons, 2-7, 19.